What makes a romance manga good? Is it the connection between the characters, the story of how they end up together, the heart-wrenching moments that really pull you in? Is it a happy ending we look for, or does an open-ended tale that leaves the ultimate ending up to your imagination really put it together for you? I finally finished up the series of Koshiba Aoi ni Ayatara, or Chasing After Aoi Koshiba, after putting it off for months because each page was too much. I can handle a lot of things, but I am a sucker for a romance that yanks on the heartstrings. This Yuri was no different. In fact, it was one of the very few that I've read that had me closing my manga and needing to take a breath before continuing to read. In this story, we follow Sahoko and her struggles with her emotions as she stumbles across her love for her fellow schoolmate Aoi. From the beginning, we know that this story has its ups and downs because we ourselves as the reader jump back and forth from present day to when they were in high school. Starts off relatively normal with Sahoko seeing Aoi in a different light but not really understanding why. She chalks it up to how cool she is and the way she carries herself, but all of that changes when her emotions flared up and she starts trying to be Aoi's friend, but one day she couldn't stop herself from kissing Aoi in the heat of the moment with her emotions running wild. This kickstarts a chain of events from keeping secrets, still trying to be friends, and trying to navigate these feelings. The story could have had a beautiful ending and could have avoided so many issues if it wasn't for one character that if I could erase from this story, I would. It would be Sahoko's quote-unquote friend that she calls Ana-chan. The amount of times I wanted to jump into the pages and stop this character from saying or doing any of the crap that she does is way too high to count. She is kind of looked up to, in a sense, by Sahako, but the grass is always greener on the other side, right? We as the reader get to see Ana-chan in a relationship that she cares nothing about before finally breaking it off, falling for Sahako in a less than wholesome way. She wants to do what she wants and get what she wants without caring about how she does it, and this is where so many of my frustrations come in. During the school festival, she gets another classmate to go around with embarrassing photos of Sahako in middle school, hoping that this might drive something between her and Aoi, and when it doesn't, all it does is she just comes out and confesses to being the one who supplies the photos and apologizes. But, mind you, not because she's actually sorry for what she did, but because if she can't have Sahako, then she needs to at least be her friend so she can stay close. And Sahako is way too willing to forgive her for all of this. Like, girl, drop the toxic friend who was trying to ruin you and wait for it, spoiler alert, she does ruin her happiness. When Aoi can't hide her feelings anymore and confesses that she likes Sahako and kisses her, Sahako takes this as a sign that they are now officially dating and is filled with excitement and nervousness. She's still trying to navigate the feelings of being with a woman and unsure about how things work. And looking for advice, she goes to the only friend that was in a relationship, for Ana-chan. This toxic... Okay, sorry, okay. She goes to Ana-chan for advice on how they end up watching a movie at her place because she's still being the toxic claw that she is, and trying to put the moves on her girl. And when she asks Sahoko what she wants to talk about, it gets brought up that her and Aoi are dating, and she just wants dating advice. This girl's response, God, I'm sorry, it irks me every time. Ana-chan's response was to practically pin Sahako for a kiss to try to win her over. And when Sahako had the most oblivious, innocent response of, I already know how to kiss, Ana-chan took it further by starting to feel her up and lick her neck, forcing herself on Sahako. Which, this made my heart sink, and I was praying to the gods of degeneracy that this wasn't going to lead to what I thought it was going to. And gladly, it didn't. Sahako pushed her away and confronted her, but Ana-chan's response was, oh, I wasn't really putting the moves on you. But you know, if you have a girlfriend, intimacy is going to be a thing, so you should think about that. But the damn damage was already done, at least in my opinion. The manga doesn't state it specifically or anything, but it is very clear. Sahoko was suffering from almost being hard-r'd by who she considered her best friend, to the point where every time Aoi tried to be anything close to romantic, she freaked out and can't handle it. She's feeling a wrongness that creeps up her skin and is all of this is because of Anna-chan. It gets to the point where Aoi tried to make things better for her, and they have a very close moment, and right when they kiss, Sahako cries and says she loves Aoi, but not in that way, which just, it shattered my heart. I mean, Aoi's heart. We jump back to the present where they're all at a reunion. Sahako is still friends with Anna, which you would think she would learn by now, but apparently not. Your entire life turned out differently because of this damn girl, but you're still gonna be friends with her. But you know what? Okay. And we find out that Anna-chan is married with a husband, but still seemingly pining for Sahako. Like I said, so freaking toxic. But right when we get hope back, because Aoi finally confronts Sahako after all those years, they seemingly make up and go to a hotel so Sahako can show how much that Aoi truly means to her. They both admit that they've always loved each other and that they regret the years of being apart. And in a blissful moment, Sahako is finally able to overcome everything we watched her struggle through in the past. She isn't freaked out or anything, and she is genuinely blissful with being intimate with Aoi. Then it hits us with the heart-wrenching twist of Aoi leaving a note while she sleeps, talking about how she's so thankful for everything and being able to meet up again. Sahako luckily wakes up in time to leave the hotel and catch Aoi, but she didn't know what to say, how to confront her after everything. All she did was simply say that she felt the same way. She takes off to do her thing in America and is struggling because, well, life sucks here, go figure. When she takes a picture of the sky and posts it, only for it to be like that Aoi, leaving us with the imagination of maybe things could work out when Sahako gets back to Japan. Maybe not. The reader decides? The story wasn't about the ending, but about the journey and overcoming all of those emotions and troubles and yada yada yada. No, I'm not okay with that. The story needed that wholesome wrap-up, and sure, some could say that finding the truth to herself and overcoming those hardships, the wholesome ending, well, yeah, okay, sure, I'll give you that. But it was still such a letdown of an ending. The love was so beautiful and the relationship could have blossomed into something so amazing if it wasn't for that simple toxic devil who Sahako is still friends with. I want my imagination to be like, oh, it'll all work out in the end and they get together and be happy and have a cool family get together where Sahako and Aoi are chilling with her brothers and they just seemingly have a great time at a festival or something. But no, with Anna-chan still in the picture, I know that nothing of the sort could happen. Anna-chan would weasel her way in there and mess things up despite being married. Hell, she did it during the high school reunion. Why the hell not? Okay, I know I ranted about how crap things turned out by the end, but honestly, watching Aoi and Sahako grow closer is so sweet, and it's what makes everything hurt so much. But it's an amazing read despite the fact that I want to take all 4 volumes and burn them. So if you're like me and you enjoy a romance manga that just rips your heart out so you can finally feel something after all these years of nothing, then go check out Chasing After Aoi Koshiba.